the art of marketing and branding. So what is marketing? Why I am focusing so much on marketing and branding is because in the industry, any product will be there, right? But that product will not be reaching to the right audience. So how will you define your right audience? The most mistakes everyone does it, they do not identify the KPIs. What is a KPI? So KPI means key performing index. It is based on demographics, means the age, the uh, region, or the gender of your audience, the likes, the dislikes. So once you go to the Facebook ad place, Facebook ad marketplace, so Facebook ad, why people choose Facebook ad over Google ads? Because the ROI is very high. Your product might have 10 MSPs. My product has had 12 MSPs. It was a dating platform based on the blockchain. Right now, the blockchain is limited to cryptocurrency. You guys might be hearing about asymmetric blockchain or symmetric blockchains, right? There are different coins like Nano, and it works on the reverse blockchain. I think someone is talking.
Manu,
Can you
can you
guys
go
mute
for
yourself?
Manu? Can you go for mute?
Okay, so how I went from 12 MSPs to shutting down my business was we worked a lot on. Guys, can you mute yourself if you're not talking? Okay, so how I went from getting 20,000 people on or the customer base from all around the world till shutting down my startup was we were working on a lot of things. We were working simultaneously on app development. I was the web developer. I had the page. I was the marketer. I did the SEOs. So SEO means search engine optimization. You have to rank your website. How I got my first job was I told the interviewer that I made this website. I ranked it, and only 2 guys were selected from a batch of 700 guys from my college. Because in COVID, there was very less placement. If you see the ratio, I had very odd chances of getting a placement, but I did something for myself. I had a story. My interview went for like 45 minutes. In the when I was in the BTech third year student, right? People during the COVID were not even hiring. TCS or be it Infosys or Capgemini, they have given the 2022 years placement, the batch that passed out last month. So when you look at the market, job is the it's not the sustainable option, right? You have to make something of your own. That is why I was motivated, and I'm still motivated to make a few things. So you need to know your sector, right? Right now, health industry is very booming. So when you look at your surroundings, what do you observe? I observe gyms in my areas. So by gym, there are 6 gym within 700 meters of my home. When I was in school, there are 3 gyms near my school. So every area, everyone is focusing on gyms, right? A setup fees would be around 20 lakhs for a floor and 15 lakhs for the equipments. So it's like 35 lakh investment, and you get what? You get 50 lakhs net in your hand, right? Per year. That's very good ROI. My ROI was if I spent 1 rupee on ads, I used to get 4 rupees back based on customers. So we had a very simple plan. We were focusing on our future plan. So future plan was what? The blockchain. So blockchain was very least used. We were the only dating platform that was using blockchain technology to make matches based on 17 international languages and all the regional languages of India. So there are 22 state languages that are official languages. So all those 22 languages were incorporated in our application. We're using a software, IBM software is there. That API we're using the Google AR Core that was free for us. And we're using Flutter and Dart. So Flutter is a language that came on February by Facebook for application building. So we were from a technical background, but you guys might not have a technical capability or soundness. So how can you do it? Get a good idea. First thing, ideation stage, right? If you have an idea, go for a social impact. How can you cure a social cause, right? So when you look at social cause, I'll give you example. I had a very uh, crazy idea to clean the water bodies, right? So in India, when you see these chemicals flowing in each river, right? We have leather industries, we have mills, paper mills, we have chemical dyes from coming from plants, we have automobile industry, everything they're using to dump in the water bodies because it's a very easy connectivity, right? We have canals and all. If you can cure a big problem that is a hazard for people's life, you are a millionaire. For example, take Pfizer, or you can take AstraZeneca vaccines, right? There was no COVID. There was no billionaires coming out from vaccine, or there was no Punewala family, right? When you check the uh, owner of Covishield, right? That guy was not a billionaire. He's a billionaire now. He sold a vaccine for 400 rupees after a pandemic, right? It was a global pandemic. He didn't had enough supplies. He had orders coming in from India, Nepal, Bangladesh. Even we sent supplies to Venezuela or Brazil, right? We got a lot of international focus. We supplied to European countries also. But what we didn't understood was the underlying profits of a guy. The medicine industry was obviously India is the medical capital or medical hub, right? People from America, Afghanistan, all these countries come from these countries and get the medicines or get the whatever hospitalization or operations they have to do. So we provide the cheapest and the best medicines in the entire world. If we stop the supply to Pakistan, they will die. They do not even manufacture their own paracetamol, right? 92% of the medicine in Pakistan comes from India. So any time when we see we have a demand, we have to supply, right? So right now, whatever the 30% jobs of the future will be there, they are not, the business are not created yet, right? We do not know what future holds for us. So few years ago, like if you go 3 years back, right, people were just talking about AI. People were saying it is overvalued or it is uh, oversaid, right? There was no open AI. Open AI came in 2021. It went public. They hired a lot of engineers. Now you, whatever you have to do, I made this PPT from ChatGPT, right? It took me 15 minutes to make this PPT. Right before a session, I started. So how you have to do all this is you have to be social. You have to create social awareness. You have to market yourself and be the best in the industry. So I'll share you the 19 uh, things that are there in marketing and branding for how can you hit the bullseye. So bullseye means, so when you see a dart competition, right, the center of that dart board is bullseye. So bullseye, you have to put targeted blogs. So targeted blogs means you, once you go to Google, and if you put Yatisha as business, or if you put any other brand that is not very well known, right, you can see they'll not rank the number one on the search result. There are two ways. One is the ads, Google ads. It is very costly. Second is organic marketing, organic ranking, or organic way of growth. So that comes from targeted blogs. Targeted blog means identify a problem, put the solution, and do a simple kiss. By kiss, I do not mean kiss. I mean keep it short and simple. Keep the problem, give the statement, answer with a good solution, and keep it simple. So you have to do publicity. So how we do publicity? Like you guys are here, right? We're not here for just this. We are here for a greater cause. We are here for making the business connections with you guys and future entrepreneurs to come. your unconventional PR. So unconventional PR means a PR. What good a PR does. If you see at Kylie Jenner, right? She is one of the youngest billionaires to ever exist, right? How she went a billionaire at such a young age. The PR team, if you remember in 2020 or 2019, there was a campaign run by their PR agency of Kylie Jenner. So Kylie Jenner owns a fashion brand for the women. So in what they do is, sorry, not a fashion, they do a beauty brand. So she was shy of some millions, right? 10 or 2 or 20 something millions. She got free money, donations from Americans and UK guys, just to make her the youngest billionaire ever.